Let's get right into it. Welcome to this explainer designed specifically for you, CBSE teachers, administrators, and school leaders. Today, we're unpacking the brand new guidelines for the 2026-27 District Level Deliberations, or DLDs, with a massive focus on computational thinking and artificial intelligence. So, if you're wondering exactly what the CBSE expects from your school this academic session, or how you can get your classroom innovations showcased on a national stage, you're in the right place.
Here's a quick look at our agenda for today. We'll be hitting 5 key areas: the vision for future skills, what these DLD workshops actually are, the organizing and hosting logistics, how to create your case paper, and finally, the evaluation process and national recognition. All right, Section 1, the vision for future skills and CT and AI integration. So, the overarching goal of the CBSE training notification is really about seamless integration, bringing together students, educators, and digital ecosystems. The board is making computational thinking and AI absolute foundational skills for the 21st century. The objective here is to embed these concepts directly into the curriculum, specifically targeting grades 3 through 8. Listen, the goal isn't just to teach kids how to use computers. It's to give you, the teachers, a space to foster critical thinking, creativity, and problem solving, all while building an ethical understanding of AI in your students. You might be asking, why the big push right now? Well, this mandate comes directly from the National Education Policy 2020. The NEP explicitly recognizes that mathematical thinking is essentially the bedrock for India's future leadership in AI, machine learning, and data science. So this right here establishes why your role in developing these skills, starting from those early years, is of undeniable national importance. You are literally laying the groundwork for the next generation of innovators.
Moving on to Section 2. What are DLD workshops?
Okay, it's absolutely crucial that we clarify this distinction right out of the gate. A DLD is a voluntary form for peer learning. It's a professional space for you to showcase innovative teaching practices and have collaborative discussions. What it is not, under any circumstances, is a science fair or an exhibition of student projects. The participants here are active creators. This is about teachers sharing methodologies and case papers with other teachers to build a massive, usable repository of teaching strategies.
Now, when your district organizes a DLD, it's not going to be just a free-for-all chat. The lead school, which is basically any affiliated school that steps up to host, will select 3 to 4 of these specific sub-themes. This ensures the discussion stays focused. You could present on transitioning students from play to abstraction, or maybe how math serves as the cornerstone of AI. You could even dive into interdisciplinary connections or the ethics of AI. This targeted approach means every single session is going to provide actionable takeaways that you can actually use in your classroom the next day.
Section 3. Organizing and hosting logistics. Let's talk rules. First number to keep in mind, 40. That is the target headcount for each one-day offline DLD program. Keeping the audience capped at around 40 educators ensures the vibe remains intimate enough for genuine peer learning and brainstorming.
Next up is 25. Every teacher presenting a case paper is strictly limited to 25 minutes. That breaks down to exactly 20 minutes to explain your practice and 5 minutes for Q&A. So you need to be concise, impactful, and totally ready to defend your methods. We all know teachers can talk about their kids all day, but trust me, they will cut you off.
And because of those strict time limits, there's a hard cap of 16 case paper presentations per workshop. If you do the math on that, 16 presentations at 25 minutes each gives you a solid 6 hours and 40 minutes of really intensive, focused professional development. So what's your payoff for that intensive day? 6. Attending this full-day event officially counts as 6 continuous professional development, or CPD, hours toward your school's training requirements. Oh, and a quick tip for the hosts: the CBSE mandates these events be run completely paperless to keep things sustainable. Just keep the absolute minimum print copies you need for your records.
All right, Section 4, creating your case paper.
The CBSE has given us a very specific template to use, known as Format F1. It dictates this exact narrative flow. You have to start with the background, the initial challenge. Then you move into your methodology, followed by a step-by-step implementation guide. Then comes the most important part, evidence of your impact. Finally, you wrap it all up with your learnings. This structure guarantees you're not just sharing a fun idea, but a fully tested, actionable educational strategy.
Which brings us to the core philosophy of your paper.
Adopting an outcome perspective. Guys, it is simply not enough to talk about educational theory or a fun activity you tried out. Your presentation has to be heavily grounded in real evidence. You need to showcase tangible student learning outcomes, assessment results, or skill development. You literally have to prove that your lesson on pattern recognition or algorithmic design actually worked with real students in a real classroom.
Finally, Section 5, Evaluation and National Recognition.
Okay, take a screenshot of this because this is your ultimate cheat sheet. This is the Format F4 rubric that the Appreciation Committee is going to use to grade you. Novelty, relevance, methodology, inclusivity, scalability, and replicability will get you 10 marks each. Sustainability and cost-effectiveness share another 10, but look at that top row. Demonstrated impact, meaning data-driven outcomes, is worth a massive 30 marks. That is almost a third of your entire score.
Visually, it looks a bit like this. To win, your presentation has to strike a balance between grand, innovative ideas and highly practical outcomes. You could honestly have the most novel idea in your entire district, but if it isn't backed up by hard data showing student impact, or if it costs too much for other schools to replicate, you aren't going to score highly. The committee wants holistic, proven, and easily shareable practices. Now, if your paper tops that rubric, here's your pathway to glory. The committee will pick the top 3 papers from your district ELD. Those get sent straight to the Center of Excellence by September 30th, 2026. Then, the CBSE HQ training unit and an expert committee review the best papers subtheme was. And the ultimate prize? The absolute best papers will be selected for presentation at the National Teachers Conference in 2026. The #1 paper in each subtheme presents live on stage, and the runners-up secure poster presentations.
So, the CBSE has laid out the framework, they've given you the logistics, and they've handed you the grading rubric. The stage is officially built. The only question left is, what groundbreaking computational thinking and artificial intelligence innovations are you going to bring from your classroom to the national spotlight? Review these guidelines with your team, start building those case papers using Format F1, and think about how your everyday teaching can literally shape the future of AI in India. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and best of luck with your DLDs.